Hello. Live, love, laugh, make chicken tenders. Live, love, laugh, live, love, love. Okay. Ding, ding. We're making chicken tenders today. Chicken tendies. It's 7 a.m. How I cook chicken tenders, hot sauce butter, yogurt ranch. This is a small tray of chicken tenders, and they come from inside. They're on the inside of the breast of the chicken. If you were to cut the breast off of the chicken, you'll see this sitting on the inside, and this is the most tender, get it? Part of the chicken. So I'm going to show you how I fry these with yogurt and a few spices, some hot oil. We're going to make a ranch dressing. We'll make a lovely hot sauce butter. We're going to make a nice little snack. Let's do it. It's really simple, this one. You need 2 bowls, one for wet and one for dry. All right? Well, let's do wet here, dry here. For my dry mixture, I'm going to need some flour. So you use bread flour, or this is a pizza flour, 00, nice and fine. So we're going to go about 3 parts of this to just shy of 1 part of corn flour. Now, corn flour is what you call a modified starch. And when you add this to dredges or things you're going to fry, it gets super crispy. So I've added just a little bit of that. And then you just want to add a whole bunch of flavor. Smoked paprika, white pepper, cayenne pepper, ground coriander, garlic powder, fine sea salt, and that is that. Blend, 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 blend. That's your dry dredge done. You can put whatever spices you like in it. Curry powder, mace, fenugreek. Put chili powder in there. You can put turmeric in there. Whatever you like, but we're going pretty classic, kind of American vibe today. Mussels that don't work as hard and are more tender tend to have slightly milder flavor. So chicken tenders are no exception to that rule. They are probably the mildest tasting piece of chicken you can get. That's why it's nice to add a good thwack of flavor. Let's make wet. Yeah. You may have heard of something called buttermilk, but in the UK, buttermilk is quite annoying to get hold of, and it's not really the same as the buttermilk y'all have in the States. So I like to use yogurt because they're not a million miles away from each other in texture, in flavor. So what I'm going to do is use yogurt and then just let it down a little bit with some milk until we have a nice buttermilky texture. This is a very thick yogurt, lovely Greek yogurt, full fat, full of flavor, nice and tangy, just like buttermilk. And then we'll add some milk. What you want is kind of thicker double cream, but we'll go to double cream because what we're going to do is then add a couple of bits to this. Still thicken up. Oh, actually, do you know what we will do, which is quite nice? We will add some hot sauce. This is Tabasco, you may have heard of it. I love this hot sauce. If I had to pick one hot sauce to take to a desert island for the rest of my life, I would pick this one. This is like £1. It comes in a little box and you get a beautiful little bottle. I love Tabasco so much. So we're going to add a good dose of that. Yum. What we're also going to do is add this egg. Whisk that in. Finally, we add a few spoons of our dredge. This just gives it a bit of body. So when it's hanging onto the chicken, everything has a bit of bind and body to it. It's like a very loose, savoury pancake batter, you know? And that's your wet, done. It's as simple as that. 1, 2. We need a pan. I have some beautiful hot sauce here from my friend Drew. He makes cold sauce, which is a lovely fermented, hand-squeezed pepper sauce that he makes in London, and it's got the most amazing colour, but more importantly, has a fantastic flavour. Plenty of cold sauce, about the same amount of butter. This is unsalted butter. It just goes onto a low heat, gently melt. You don't want to boil anything, brown the butter, just gently melt, bring it together. I'll show you how to make ranch. This is how you make ranch, or that's how I make ranch. I like to use yogurt again because it's nice and tangy. And then we're going to go mayonnaise, basically equal parts. I like some mustard, Dijon, delicious. Lemon zest. Maybe half a lemon, nothing crazy. I want it to be like lemon mayo. A little bit of lemon juice. You don't want this to be like really thick either. Ranch has this kind of like pourable consistency, I would say. I also like to put in lots of fresh herbs. I do put in dried dill. Dried dill has this amazing authentic ranchy flavour. Yeah, that much fresh dill as well. Slicey chop on this. Chives for a nice oniony flavour. So all the herbs go in. Ranch also has garlic powder in it, but I like to use fresh garlic. So we'll do half a clove. White pepper. And then a little bit of this. This is piment d'Espelette, which is a chili powder that you find in the south of France, north of Spain, Basque country, love it. Get it from around there. You could use a regular chili powder or like a cayenne if you wanted, but this is really lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shakes of that. Fine salt. If you make this like I have in a little container, you can just put the lid on, give it a shake, and you have a lovely ranch. Final piece of the puzzle is frying these guys. So we have our tenders. I'm just going to season them with fine salt. Get that in there. The process is dry, wet, dry. Into the dry. All of them into this. Pat off any excess. All the dry, and then you want to go into the wet. Make sure it's nicely coated, and then back into the dry. And just kind of toss it around in that. And they say the secret is get a bit of the wet and the dry. Toss it about. And then when you toss it about, you get all these lovely scraggly bits. Now repeat with the remaining tenders. And there we have 7 lovely, scraggly little guys ready for the fryer. Ready for the fryer. Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers. Turn the lights down low. Sweet, sweet fried chicken. We're only at 136. We need 170. Good frying temperature. Oh baby, this shit gonna be nice. It's getting hot in here. Look at that, color of that. Damn. That's better than Frank's if you ask me. Right, we've made it. 170. We're gonna wait till it hits 175 because when you add the chicken in, it's gonna cool down a little bit. So count to 10 and we'll drop one in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. But you don't want to go too many, too long. If you dump them all in, you'll all get really cold. They might boil over. You got to burn your flat down. Just take your time. Here's your tender. Oh, damn. Oh, look at them. With a tender, you can be pretty confident that when it's brown, it's cooked. Nice and easy. Golden brown chicken tender coming out. Woo! Look at them. Colonel Lippett. Right, here we go. So we have our fried chicken, which is really beautiful and craggly. Drawn in. Lovely crispy bits all over. Tender chicken. Crispy crust. Perfect. If you throw these into a bowl, a lot of the time you see people throw these into a bowl and toss them with the sauce. You break off all of these pieces of like crispy crust that we've got. They'll like smash off in the bowl. And you don't want that now. So what I'm gonna do is got this nice warm hot sauce butter and I'm just gonna kind of dab it on all over these guys. Spicy chicken tenders, we have a lovely yogurt ranch sauce. Yum. Crunchy and delicious. There you go. Ooh, the builders are yelling. We're having a beer. Not just any beer, my beer. Wiener dog. Oh my God. Look at that. Woo! Shall we have a dip and a taste? Let's do it. Mm. Mm. They're so good. God, Jesus Christ, I could eat all of these. Mm. Juicy chicken. Crispy crust, butter, hot sauce butter. Can't beat it. It's good drinking food. I'm making drinking food. Oh, delicious. You can adjust your spicing. So this is spicy. That butter is hot. And the crust has a beautiful flavor. This sauce is amazing. If you make it yourself, it's way better than any kind of other ranch you're gonna find, I think. So you know exactly what went into it. The chicken is dead juicy as well. I think they're wicked. And you know, people get a bit weird about frying at home. Frying at home's not that bad. No, in fact, it's easy. I used a small pot. Just gonna let it cool down, pass it through a sieve. Always keep your oil bottle, pour it back into the bottle. Use it for another day. Too easy. Go make them. They're really tasty. You won't regret it. Yum.